So I want to do a quick little review here of the Honor 10 versus the iPhone 10, a phone which it obviously draws a lot of inspiration from in terms of design. So we are getting a phone here which is built pretty much exactly the same as the iPhone 10. Like if you feel them both in the hand, they actually feel identical. You wouldn't know which one you're holding. The backs are a little bit different here in terms of design, but still, quite similar in that they're both made of glass. So can you get iPhone 10 experience here on the cheap with the Honor 10? That is a good question. We can have a look and see, what the pros and cons are here. So first things first, we can see in terms of display, you are going to get a little bit of a compromise here with the iPhone 10 comfortably coming with the more superior technology here, if we're going to be honest. I mean, the OLED on the iPhone 10 is absolutely fantastic, whereas the Honor 10, while it's better than it has been in the past, particularly in terms of the brightness, actually, you won't get the really good viewing angles. I'm actually in sunlight here, and the actual legibility is very good head-on. It's just I think in terms of those who like the vibrant colors, you are going to miss that from not paying for the iPhone 10. One good thing though about the phone is that the notch isn't quite as hideous as what you get on the iPhone 10. You can see it's actually a lot smaller here, so you get quite a bit more information when you're looking at the information at the top here, like your battery life, etc. A lot of Android phones are going to be coming with the notch, obviously, for some strange reason, so it's good that a lot of them are allowing you to hide the notch or completely make it smaller. So it's not a huge issue once you've looked at it for a while. I think a lot of phones are going to be coming with that design going forward, so there's not really much we can do about it. Other things to note here in terms of the Honor 10 is the software. You're getting very up-to-date software experience, actually. You're coming with the Android 8.0 with the EMUI 8.1, and I've even got another update here you can see, which I haven't actually applied yet. You can see the actual animations look exactly the same as what you're going to get on the iPhone 10. So if you're into your nice transitions, the transitions are pretty much identical here, very nice and smooth. The wallpapers look the same, the themes look the same. So if you're looking for that iPhone 10 kind of experience here, but on the Android platform with more freedom, I don't think you're going to get a closer experience really. Even other phones like the LG G7, etc., they don't seem to mimic the iPhone 10 to such an extent here. So that is something to consider if you're looking for that experience. In terms of the actual spec, it's a Kirin 970. You're not going to get any issues in terms of performance. It's not even really worth talking about performance nowadays, because they're all very good in terms of the day-to-day performance. I've been running some games on it, etc., and it seems to run all the modern ones as good as you'd expect. You're probably not going to get quite the benchmark you're going to get with the iPhone 10, but unless you really care about that, it's not a huge issue. You can get a 6GB RAM model as well if you want the higher end one, but it does cost a little bit more, so do bear that in mind. Another thing I wanted to check was the AI camera, which is another touted feature here of the Honor 10. Some people have been saying that it is like a bit of a game changer, because I think also the P20 Pro has the same kind of technology there. And I can have a look at some of the shots I have taken with it, just to see how the performance is. I've got to say, I think it takes very nice shots in general, but I think the reduced price that you're paying for the Honor 10 does show some lack of, shall we say, realistic shots compared to the iPhone 10. I think the actual AI mode is more of a kind of like saturation mode. It seems to make like more of a HDR effect on some of the photos, so a little bit glorified HDR mode if you ask me, but still very vibrant, colourful shots and stuff. The other area which I think they should improve is actually the video recording, which is still a little bit janky on the Honor phones compared to what you get with flagship phones. But they seem to have improved the low light capability, which is good. You're going to get some nice clear photos coming out of the Honor 10 in that regard. So it's a good camera. Again, you know, I'd say it's comparable with what you'd call a budget flagship, but it's not going to get you the same level of quality experience you're going to get with the real stuff here, but you're going to have to pay for that, obviously. And that is what I think really in terms of the camera. The other things to note here, obviously you do get a fingerprint scanner at the front here. That can be a lot easier to use than the iPhone 10, which doesn't have a fingerprint scanner. Has the facial stuff though, you know, that could be a good alternative here. We also, are we getting the waterproofing? I'm just gonna have to double check that. I don't want to just say something which isn't true. I know the new OnePlus phone doesn't come with waterproofing, which is completely weird to me. You know, you think that that is a feature which you would just expect, you know, in 2018. It's like, no waterproofing? That is very weird. So do we have any IP? I'm just looking at the spec here, and I can't see any IP here on the Honor 10, which would be very disappointing if this one as well is lacking a basic essential feature. So no, I can't see anything here in terms of waterproofing, which, you know, that is definitely a feature I'd like to see on some of these mid-range to high-end phones, because as I said, you know, it only takes one slip in the water and then your phone's ruined. So we would like to see that going forward. I think the battery is a little bit bigger though on the Honor 10, 3400. So if you're a battery beast, then this should last you, I think, a little bit longer than the iPhone 10 going forward. So yeah, just a quick little comparison here. Hope you found it helpful. Overall, a very good value phone from Huawei again.